Hi guys, it's January 12th of 2023. Yes, another year. We made it. That's one way of looking at it positively. So, I don't know the last time I made a video, to be honest with you. I've had a few things going on uh, physically, and everybody has their share of bad luck, and I've received mine. So I wasn't going to do a video on this, but I've been pretty honest, and I just want to let you guys know what happened. So, the middle of December, uh, I always uh, pump up my erection device, regardless of use or not, just to make sure it's working at least once a week. And I went to do it, and it failed. And I went, shit. And so I tried it again and it failed. And I went, God. So I spent about a week just processing it and asking myself, was it worth, having it replaced and, just trying to figure things out because it was another surgery. I just went through a shoulder surgery in October, and I had my annual, well, not annual, but my 5-year colonoscopy a week before. And so I called the doctor and told her, what I think happened. And so here's my theory. So I got to thinking, what what was I doing? What happened? And when I put on my any jeans, any pants, I get wound really tight in that area. And uh, I wear good underwear. I wear jockeys and has a pocket, and so everything stays where it needs to stay. So when I put jeans or pants on, it just binds my. I bind myself. And one day I was working out in the pasture, and I was up and down out of the tractor, and sometimes I just get up in the tractor and not think about things. And most of the time I pull my crotch up so that I don't, so that it doesn't get squashed or anything, because the pants, when you sit down, get tighter. And I know there's been a few times when I didn't adjust, pull my crotch up, that I would look down. I was pretty bound, and my underwear keep me pretty much in place. So my shaft or penis buckles down like this. And I think what happened is, I because I can't feel it. Uh, I don't have any feeling unless you touch, and it's just the one nerve that's hooked from the clitoris nerve through the shaft. And you have sensation when you touch it, but you don't have sensation on on your phallus, because there's no nerves around the phallus in the skin, you know. And so I think what happened is I buckled it, and I made something loose. So I wrote her, and she wrote me back and said, we need to see you. I She goes, it's no problem, just come down. And they're in LA from me, so it's a 2 hour drive. And so made an appointment, went down there, and I told her, I said, this is embarrassing. I mean, I've had a rod replaced, and then I had the pump put in. This is be my fourth surgery on the erection device. And she said, Ethan, she said, it happens all the time. Not in just transgender, in cis guys too. With these pumps and these rods and everything, it's just a common knowledge that us doctors could be replacing them. You didn't do anything wrong. And I said, man, I said, because, and I explained what I just told you guys. And she said, it could be, it sounds like something's loose. She tried to pump it, and she goes, yeah, your fluid has drained out somewhere inside your body. And I went, and I had no swelling, so I had no signs to show me. but she said, yeah, we're going to replace it. And she said, we have a updated pump. Uh, the pump itself right now, let me draw you one of my famous pictures so that I can show you what I'm talking about. You know how I am. So the pump sits in your testicle. It's like this. And before you'd pump it up, and then when you want it to release, you'd have to squeeze these together, and it would decompress. Everything would go back into the bulb here. And she said now she has one that looks like this. So there's no cylinder anymore. And this cylinder is very hard and it gets uncomfortable when you sleep. Sometimes you have to adjust yourself. I do. I shouldn't say you, but I do. And this one is just, you touch it here and that's it. And I'm thinking, oh, that's a lot better. So maybe it was meant to be that I get a better one. I don't know. I told my wife, I said, if it happens again, I don't know if I'm going to get one. And she was like, I think you should. And I was like, you don't know how frustrating this is. And I told the doctor, I said, it's very, it, it was psychologically, it bothered me. And she kept reassuring me that she said, no. She goes, this, you wouldn't believe how common this is. And I was just like, but she did tell me they were working on getting a erection device just for cis or for transgender guys. And I thought, oh, I wonder if they're going to try to make something that makes it more the girth more harder, the cylinder be rounder. I don't know. I don't know. That'd be interesting to see what they come up with. I won't get it. I mean, you younger guys on your transition, if you haven't hit that road yet and you want to hit that road down the road, that's be something uh, that'd be exciting. They didn't say when or where. They just said they were working on it. But the medical field's always trying to improve, and science is always trying to improve. So I appreciate what they have done. Oh, excuse me. I've spent all morning on this computer. She wanted to do a pre-op and she wanted to do a video chat, and I've never done a video chat. So I tried to do a video chat to receive a video chat here, and I remember that I needed something during COVID that I did a what's that called, a where everybody meets in a room. Anyway, and I was wearing earphones, and I thought, oh my gosh, do I need an earphone? Because I have a new laptop, so I have no clue. I screwed something up, and I didn't have any sound when I made the video. So I've spent 2 days on this. Anyway, so I had the surgery a week ago yesterday. And I have to tell you that this surgery has been the most painful surgery I've had. I'm barely being able to move around, and I've never been like that. I've had more pain, and it feels like that bulb and stuff is between my scrotum and the base of my penis. And I'm kind of worried about it because it didn't drop down into my scrotum. And so I have a post op tomorrow, and we'll see. But I've I've never been so uncomfortable. Even when I had the original gender surgery, reassignment surgery, I was not in this much pain, and it's. I hope everything's okay. Honestly, there's no redness, there's no extra swelling or anything, but I just hope that everything's been placed okay because it kind of feels like where it when originally this is how it felt like. I tried to describe it to my wife. It felt like she took a spoon and just gutted me. I mean, it just felt like everything was taken out and gutted, and she was rough and I said, and then I had cramping, kind of like menstrual cramps that you don't ever want to remember. And it was just an awful experience all week. It wasn't until Sunday that I was able to really walk around, sit down comfortably. Uh, but it's been a rough time for me, and I just keep plugging along. I don't dwell on the bad, the bad of the situation, but I do want to report it's been the worst surgery for me as far as gender reassignment surgery and stuff. So anyway, that's what's going on with me. To change a note, well, now I did tell you I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia, so I've been on the nortriptyline for 3 months, I think it is now, and the inflammation in my body has gone tremendously, gone down. In fact, I've lost 5 pounds. Uh, Tony says she can see a big difference in my face and my neck, especially, and right here I get this big old like softball, uh, half of a softball swelling, and I showed my doctor about it. He had no clue what that was from, but it's down now, so there it's flat like it should be. And sorry about that. The wind's kicking up out here. We've got a storm blowing in. So anyway, um, I'm feeling good. When I first started taking it, I was having weird dreams. I mean, really weird dreams. I couldn't even tell you about them because they were like the old black and white comic scripts where you do this and you see them like this, and it, I was like tripping, and it was. So I told the doctor I can't take this at night. He wanted me to take it at night because it's supposed to make you drowsy. It wired my brain. So I take it in the morning now, and that kind of calmed down. And I don't even take my melatonin anymore because I can go to sleep. Man, by 8 o'clock at night, I am ready to go to sleep. But I get up between 4 and 5, and then a lot of times I wake up a couple times during the night. Uh, so I'm not a full all night sleeper, and haven't been for a very long time, even on a CPAP. And yes, I still need my CPAP. Something Tony thinks it's allergies when it comes down to my CPAP, but I take allergy medication every day, so I don't know. But it's phlegm, so I get phlegm, a lot of phlegm if I don't use it, and then it clogs my breathing. Uh, but Tony's told me I stopped breathing, so who knows? I'm still on it anyway. So that's what I have to report, guys. I know I've mentioned in my previous videos about me changing my diet, and so I'll do an update on that. So during the holidays, I really blew it this time. I mean, I just really blew it. Tony was baking, and I was like, "Just bake if you want to bake. I don't, I'm not going to care about it right now." Boy, was that the wrong thing to do. I consumed sweets, a lot of breads, and I had taken myself off breads way before I started this new eating habit, eating way of eating. When I went clean eating, because I know that the flour gives me headaches, and I had a headache every day during this time. And I was eating a lot of cakes and cupcakes and donuts, and you know, we even bought See's candy, and that was gone within 4 days. I'm a binge eater, and it doesn't matter. Even when I drank, I didn't drink every night, but I drank on football days, Sundays, and Monday nights, and I could easily put away a 12 pack. I just get hyper with it, and I'm a happy go lucky drunk, thank God, uh, but or was. And so I'm kind of like a binger. And I never used to be this way. I think, honestly, as I look back, I think it had to do with just things I went through in my life, and and learning to depend on that to relieve me from stress. And I developed this sweet endorphin rush and all that stuff. Uh, Now I've been strict for a few weeks now, and I don't have any sugar cravings. My mind wants to have a sugar, but I don't. my body is not craving any sugar, and my inflammation's down. I've lost 5 pounds, 4 pounds, 5 pounds of the weight I gained during the holidays, and yeah, so I'll 4 more pounds and I'll be down to where I originally lost everything, and I was losing, and part of it was because of the inflammation. So I should lose that all back down here in the next week or two. Am I doing it for weight loss? Not really. I mean, I want to lose weight. I know I carry about 50 pounds more than I normally have ever carried in my life. And but the main thing is I want to be healthy. I want to feel good, you know? And in doing this, it makes me face the emotional challenges I have, like facing the binging, me facing a sugar addiction, uh, understanding that if I decide to have a donut or a piece of birthday cake, I need to go right back to my diet, not say it's okay and have another piece. So that's kind of the behaviors I'm learning about myself and trying to calm before the storm. But I let the storm ride this time, and I paid the price. So anyway, if you have any questions about like what I'm doing, I'm just doing basically zero carbs, high fat. I don't have a gallbladder, so it was really hard in the beginning. FYI, I had a lot of diarrhea in the beginning, and it was really starting to bother me that I had to run to the bathroom so much. But then I watched a doctor and talking about that, and he said if you don't have a gallbladder, you don't have the bile to process it properly, so you're not absorbing the fat you're eating. So what I did is I cut down on the fat for a while and let my body get used to this way. Even then, I slowly increased the fat because the more fat you eat, the more fat your body will release. And so now this time around, not only had I increased the fat, but I've also increased my butter intake. I've had watched about 5 videos of people who eat high butter and have done very well on it, both medically and weight loss wise. And so I just slab the butter. I do like a quarter of a stick on each steak, and it's almost like a seasoning for me. I put salt and butter. That's it, and I buy my butter salted with sea salt. So um, yeah, so that's basically what I've been doing. I took the eggs out of my diet right now. I can tolerate cheese just fine, but I don't try to eat a lot of it. I'll go through a couple days in a row where I'll have cheese and then I don't have it for a week or so. Uh, and I haven't really felt a need to like have variation in my diet right now. Basically, what I'm eating is ribeyes and New York strips and flat steak. We'll put it and dehydrate it in the air fryer. And then I buy hot dogs. I buy ballpark hot dogs. And if I'm feeling like junk food, like football day, I'll pull out the hot dogs and I'll put them in cheese or melted cheese, kind of something like that. I'll make fried cheese patties and put the hot dog in it like a piece of bread. But I'm a cheese lover, so I like that. I haven't felt a need to add anything to it, condiments or anything. I did try adding mustard, and I just like, I don't need it. It didn't make a big difference to me in taste. Yeah, it tastes different, but it didn't do anything different for me. So I just said, I'll just eliminate it. So basically, that's what I eat. I eat hamburger meat. I'm finally been able to eat the 80/20 hamburger, and so I fry up a big. I think I buy 2 or 3 pounds at a time at Costco, and I fry up burgers and freeze them and just throw them in the microwave for a little bit to get the fat uh, um, melted, and then I'll eat them. I like my meat medium rare, so I cook my meat just long enough to where the fat is cooked all the way through and it's juicy, and then I take it off or I take it out. I use the air fryer for almost everything. We do eat pork belly, and that's high fat, and that's really good. It did do a number on me before, but it doesn't now. So my body's adjusted to the fat. It's absorbing it, and I'm not having to use the restroom like I was before at all. I'm not having any problems using the restroom. I didn't get constipated or anything. So anyway, I'm feeling good, and the main thing is that I'm feeling good. You know, sure I don't sleep all night a lot of nights, but that's just my brain. It has nothing to do with. I did wake up in pain with this thing, this surgery, but otherwise it has nothing to do with my body. My body doesn't wake me up. So, uh, and I'm not taking anything from my brain. No, 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 no. The less pills I have to take, the better I am. My whole goal for this really is to turn my autoimmunes around so that even if I don't heal from Hashimoto's all the way, that it'll calm it down and I can be able to not to hold on to this fat, because what I have working against me is my thyroid, hypothyroid. So I may not lose all this fat just because of my hypothyroid. The hormones are imbalanced in my body, and even though I take a thyroid hormone, it's still, my body still has a lot of the dry skin, really bad. I This isn't about balding, by the way, by genetics. I have no balding in my family. Not even my cousins are balded. My brother's not balded. This is thyroid, and I was told that by my doctor. She said, "No, that's thyroid. You're thinning of your hair." So I do have some things working against me, but like I said, the main thing is to go wake up each day and try to be in the best health, the best mental health that you can be in. And if you're not in good health in any situation, you work on trying to get to good health. And it's your journey. You've got to choose how much time, emotion, and energy and effort you're going to put into your own life, because no one else can do it but you. So anyway, take it one day at a time. Always make your journey as simple as possible. We'll talk to you later. Bye.